Hello friends and welcome to my channel. The world of social work is standing right on the edge of this massive shift, and it's all being driven by a force that's changing pretty much everything: artificial intelligence. The big question we're facing is, how do we actually prepare our students, our professionals and our educators for what's already here? To answer this question, I'm going to draw on a rapid evidence assessment of literature undertaken by the Open University and commissioned by Social Work England that looks at the emerging use of AI in social work education and practice. The report is based on a rigorous analysis of 119 different studies concerning the use of AI in health, social care and social work practice and education, and I've put a link to it below. Drawing on this study, I'm going to provide a 5-step social work blueprint. So let's dive right in. Now, you're probably thinking this is all about some far-off future, right? Like something we need to worry about in 5 or 10 years' time? But here's the thing, AI isn't in the future of social work. It's already here. Seriously, this revolution is happening right now, and the entire landscape of our profession is changing way faster than most of us probably realise. And look, this isn't some high-in-the-sky abstract idea we're talking about, but it's real tools that are being used today. For example, from my own experiences, I've seen students are using generative AI tools like ChatGPT for their coursework, and professionals are using tools like Magic Notes and Copilot, which record, transcribe and even analyse meetings with service users. So this stuff isn't on the horizon, it's in the offices and in the lecture rooms right now. So what should be our game plan? Well, we need one. And based on this research, we've got a 5-step blueprint for bringing AI into social work responsibly and effectively. In this video, we're going to walk through every single one of these 5, starting with the absolute foundation. So, first things first. Step 1 is all about embedding AI into our basic digital literacy. This means we have to make a pretty big mental shift. Knowing your way around AI can't be some optional extra or a niche speciality anymore. It's really got to become a core competency for every single social work student and professional out there. No question. And this isn't just me saying that this is a good idea, it's actually already part of our professional duty. For example, in Social Work England's own standards, right there in 3.10, it requires us to adapt our practice to new ways of working. And let's be honest, AI is definitely a new way of working. So what does this actually mean for you? Well, everyone's got a part to play here. For students, your challenge is to get good at this stuff and be the ones leading the charge. For professionals, it's all about demanding tools that actually fit with our values. And for academics like me, it's time to tear up the old rulebook and make AI literacy a non-negotiable requirement for qualification. Okay, that leads us right into step 2, because once AI literacy becomes a core skill, we obviously have to redesign education itself. If students are using AI, we have to totally rethink how we teach and how we assess them. The old ways of doing things are just not going to cut it anymore. This is the thing to wrap your head around. There's a big difference between what AI can do and what we as humans must do. AI can be amazing at knowledge-based tasks. It can spit out a standard essay in seconds. But what it can't do is replicate those uniquely human skills like professional curiosity, deep reflective practice, or making a tough ethical call. And that's where we have to shift our focus. But that brings up a really important question. If we're going to start using these incredibly powerful tools, can we actually trust anything they tell us? And the answer is a big resounding no. And that's because of this phenomenon known as hallucinations. This is when an AI just makes stuff up. It'll produce information that sounds totally legitimate, but is completely wrong. Imagine having an AI inventing a case study or citing a law that doesn't exist in a court report. I mean, the consequences could be absolutely devastating. Okay, so knowing that, our responsibilities have to shift, right? We've got to encourage students to become detectives. Get them to treat every single thing an AI gives them with a really healthy dose of skepticism. Ultimately, professionals are the last line of defence. Their critical judgment has to be the final word, always. And academics, It's on us to design assessments that actually test a student's human reasoning against what an AI can produce. But it's not all doom and gloom and playing catch up. Step 3 is where it gets exciting. This is about flipping the script and using AI's strengths to our advantage as an incredibly powerful tool for teaching and training. I mean, just picture this. I've already got students to use virtual reality simulations so that they can practice a really difficult child protection interview in a safe environment. They have been able to mess up, try again, and learn all without real-world risks. I've also shown how AI tools that can give instant personalised feedback on a draft report can help students to improve at their own pace. And this is how we can use AI to teach so much better. And again, this is a team sport. Students should jump on these opportunities to fail safely. Professionals who are out there on the front lines can push for AI tools that take care of all of that admin, freeing them up for actual human connection with service users. And it's up to academics to experiment and build these amazing AI-driven tools that can simulate all that real-world complexity. Okay, let's talk about what is, without a doubt, the most critical piece of this puzzle. Step 4 is all about facing the huge ethical challenges that come with AI use. It's about putting social justice right at the heart of this entire conversation. So one of the biggest dangers we face is something called algorithmic bias. You see, AI systems learn from data, and if that data is full of historical biases like racism, sexism, or classism, the AI doesn't just learn those biases, it can actually amplify them, making them even worse. So if an AI is trained on old data where certain communities were over-policed, it might start flagging families from those communities as higher risk, creating this horrible cycle of digital disadvantage. And you know what makes this even scarier? It's the idea of the black box. This is when an AI makes a big decision, say about a family's risk level, but we can't see the logic that it's used. We have no idea why it came to that conclusion. For a profession like ours, which is built on accountability, transparency, honesty, and trust, this is a massive red flag. So the ethical takeaway here is crystal clear. Students need to be trained to be that person in the room who has the courage to question the algorithm. Professionals have to demand total transparency from the tech companies building these tools. And academics have a duty to embed bias detection as a fundamental skill, just as important, for example, as teaching about safeguarding. All this leads us to the final part, step 5, building collaboration. Because let's be honest, the social work profession cannot and should not be doing this alone. If we're going to integrate AI responsibly, it's going to take a massive team effort. And when I say collaboration, I mean everyone. And most importantly, and I can't stress this enough, the voices of people with lived experience of social care have to be central to how these AI systems are designed and used. And of course, the regulatory bodies have a huge role in guiding the entire sector through this. So what does this actually look like on the ground? Well, students need to actively go out and listen to the perspectives of service users. Professionals can join research pilots to make sure these new tools are actually grounded in reality, not just on some tech theory. And academics have to work with computer scientists to build tech that is truly, deeply human-centric. Okay, so let's tie this all up. There's a lot of fear out there that AI is going to replace social workers, but that kind of misses the point. The real story is this: AI won't replace social workers, but it will absolutely empower the ones who know how to use it ethically, critically, and with a relentless commitment to social justice. Look, at the end of the day, this is about so much more than just learning to use some new app. This is about designing the future of our profession. So, a parting question for every single one of us, whether you're a student, a professional, or an educator, is this: are you ready to be a digital architect? I really recommend that you read the work this video is based upon. The link to it is below, and let me know your key takeaways from this video by leaving a comment in the comment section below. I'll be making further videos about this really important study, so stay tuned to this channel. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like, share it with a colleague, and don't forget to subscribe. You can access my other videos by clicking this link here. I really look forward to seeing you again soon. So until next time, Bye.